Peter Nell here with MTG.1. We are in our fourth round with Abzan Aristocrats, currently 2-1. We're on the draw. I think we're doing okay so far. Our last opponent didn't feel like playing Magic very much. Just kind of low stakes in the two-man queues. Maybe they hate the idea of Zulaport Cutthroat so much that they just left. Either way, count it. Let's take a look at our hand. So, 4 lands, effectively. 1 drops, interaction, card draw, revolt trigger, revolt trigger. In theory, this is a fine hand. Not very high power level. Definitely looking for a Gideon. Okay, another land, not what we're looking to draw. I think I want to lead on the Raven Inspector. So we have enough lands, we don't need the map. Make our opponent think we're Mardu vehicles. Little do they know that we're not playing a real Magic deck. They'll be so confused. Oh, the whiff. Transgress the whiff. Brutal. Oh well, I mean at least we're just drawing lands. Opponent's got that going for him. Yeah. I mean, sure. Play out this blister pod. Get it for 1. Every point of damage counts. Opponent is on a mono black strategy with Evolving Wilds. Quite suspect. A Metal Spinner's Puzzle not. Maybe we're looking at some kind of zombie strategy. I'm not sure. I'm down. I fetch on upkeep. I don't want to draw land. And we really can't afford to draw very many more lands. The way that our... oh my gosh. So these are 5 basics. And we don't run that many basics, so... it's not looking good. Crack a clue. Find Gideon. That's good. That's a real Magic card. Okay, Fatal Push the Crypt Breaker. Get in for 2. Every point matters. Heart of Kiran. Okay, well if they can crew that, then... oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. So, I could play the Gideon. Oh, my opponent transgresses me again. I could play the Gideon and plus it so that it doesn't die to the Heart of Kiran. Or I could just make an emblem. Kind of leaning towards emblem. So much can go wrong when my opponent has a Heart of Kiran out. And then, theoretically, we stop drawing Evolving Wilds. In theory, we stop at 4, at the maximum number of. Winner, winner. How will my opponent ever guess that I have 5 lands in my hand? See, if we were playing Landfall, we'd be doing it right now, right? We just play all these out and then have one turn where we just get 8 lands into play or something absurd. Heart of Kiran. What is my opponent doing? Metalwork Colossus, maybe? Maybe I shouldn't have been as afraid of the Heart of Kiran as I was, but I don't know. Because what if my opponent just plays something that can crew it They'll just sit back on defense. They're at 7. It's not like they have much of a choice. Okay, just straight Haunted Dead. Go ahead and fetch. Had to stop drawing lands eventually, right? Play out this Ailey. Get a swamp this time. Feeling swampy. And then I guess I could attack with this and see what happens. See what happens if I attack with both. My opponent puts the heart in front of the Thraben Inspector. And maybe the Haunted Dead in front of... Nah, that can't be right. We'll just hold back. Wait for a better opening. For a Zulaport Cutthroat or something like that. Sanctum of Ugin, so yeah, that's definitely the plan. Weird. Mono Black Colossus? Yep, you're in there. What's my opponent doing? Sacrifice 3 creatures, I sacrifice 3 creatures. Oh, cast a Distended Mindbender. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I need them to see this. Was that the technically correct play there? I mean, couldn't my opponent just have... I guess they want the Mindbender back on defense, that's why. That makes sense. Jerk? Do I gain life? No, I don't do anything. I just get wrecked. Hiya! Another land. Sometimes you just run cold. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 9 lands left in our deck and 3 maps. 12 draws total out of 42 that are good. Oh man, I got something to throw away to this Herald of Anguish. I got some feel for you, buddy. Okay, opponent's got stuff going on. Man, we're just dead. Zulaport got there, you're late. Okay, so my opponent next turn is going to Crew Heart. And just hit me for 10. Is that right? So I need my opponent to make the mistake of blocking this Blister Pod. Right? Yeah. Cool. So that lets me get above 10 next turn. Which lets me draw out of this theoretically. Because my opponent should just use the Distended Mindbender to crew the heart. Is this also fine? I'm trying to think if I should sack the Scion in response. And then just chump here and try to get lucky. It's a 4. It's close. Sure, we're gonna sack. Fatal Push on Inspector does it, but that's okay. I'm not beating that anyway. Guess I could have just taken that, but guess it's not going to matter. Yeah. Alright, well, that was variance at its worst. My opponent had like Crypt Breakers and zombies and just netted Mindbenders and stuff. I think Transgress is very good in this matchup against stuff like that. I don't know how many. They had like Puzzle Knots and stuff, but that isn't a good enough argument, I don't think, for bringing in like. Okay, so they probably also have Key to the City. Maybe that's good enough. But I don't really want to over sideboard. Do I even want the Walking Ballistas? Those have been good. They've been okay at times, but these are just better. Was Vengeful Rebel good? Probably not. Probably looking at something like this. Opponent has a lot of spot removal. I think a Johnny's probably okay here too. Let's take out some of the stuff that's weak to spot removal, where possible. Aside from the Zulaport Cutthroats, which are a decent way to win games. Maybe like Thraven Inspector. No, Thraven Inspector on the place is so good. Fatal Push maybe? Fatal Push didn't really have a lot of targets. I think we'll try this out. I'm not sure. I don't know what my opponent's deck does. So we're here with 5 lands. And it's not good. It's not looking good. The problem is it's just super slow. Yeah, I think we have to mulligan this. Okay, this is a lot better. Another hidden stockpile. Yeah, sure. Why not? Play Map. And then we'll take our draw step and then fetch Forest. Play the Concealed Courtyard, play Stockpile. Harsh Scrutiny, huh? Probably takes Renegade Rallier. Pretty obvious choice. We have 3 cards in our hand. How good is that? Okay, crack for Forest. Play a Harsh or Hidden Stockpile. And get a token. Next turn we'll sack a token. Play the other Hidden Stockpile, get 2 tokens. It's magic. Okay. Just absolutely shred our hand. It's like what this deck does. It's its only purpose in life. Oh, and they kept a 1-lander because they just thought they could just wreck my hand. And to be fair, they did. So I think my opponent's probably out of Harsh Scrutinies, I'd hope. And I think it's probably much more important to get this other Hidden Stockpile online. So white, black. This also lets us scry, which is nice. Gideon. You know, I'll take Gideon to hold on to. Won't be good this minute, but it'll be good someday. Hopefully. Okay, opponent decides that 1 land is not enough. Don't want to change up anything on the draw. I don't think so. The fact that they're playing Harsh Scrutiny might make me want to change things. But probably not. You know, I don't really want to have cards in my hand that I want to keep in my hand. Something tells me that resolving this Johnny is going to be difficult, but if I do, I just win the game on the spot. Maybe take out a Thraben Inspector on the draw for like a Fragmentize or something. Yeah, it's tough. Sure. It'll have targets, I'm sure. But again, the argument for not doing that is that it leaves us with cards that we have in our hand versus playing stuff out. And against a deck that's heavy discard, you don't necessarily want the reactive cards. What do we think of this hand? It's powerful. It has a lot of redundancy pieces. I think I'm in. It's got a Gideon. I'm all in. I think I'm going to play the Blister Pod. The way that it works out, I think we're going to get more damage this way. And then we'll have Fatal Push open. Playing the Zulaport Cutthroat first is almost always wrong. I mean, we do have the Renegade Rallier, so it's kind of okay. But in theory, we'd like to play it last and draw out our opponent's removal. And then whatever board we have left, we can start sacking with and all that. Another Evolving Wilds is okay. We'll get there eventually. Another thing is hopefully we can get this Blister Pod to die and maybe give us a little bit of ramp. Maybe it was wrong. It's hard to say. When you have Blooming Marsh and like Evolving Wilds, they don't play very well together. Sinister Concoction, okay. It's reasonable. You get a Plains here. So I play this Zulaport Cutthroat. My opponent's just going to kill it right now, so we definitely don't want to do that. Start by attacking. Play another one, I think. Maybe we just play the Zulaport Cutthroat because it's mana efficient. Yeah, I think mana efficiency is a little more important when you're on the draw. Fatal Push it. Sure. The mana base can be kind of awkward sometimes. You run into this a lot when you have Blooming Marshes that you just end up with double Plains. But, you know, I mean, it doesn't cause too many problems. It just looks weird. It's very off-putting. Almost offensive. Here it does cause problems, though, because I want to kill this Crypt Breaker, but I want to play this Blister Pod. Or the Zulaport Cutthroat. Maybe I should have fetched differently, but I mean, really, if we can just cast this Gideon, then we're good. Give my opponent the ability to mess up and kill the Blister Pod. They did not. What a smarty. Okay. Man, we gotta get something else going. We're struggling to turn on Revolt in these matches. It's a fact. We need real fetches. Collective Brutality. Okay. I got nothing. Got nothing for you, bud. Swing and a miss. We got this Gideon, though. That's pretty good. Next turn, probably going to Emblem the Gideon. Cast Renegade Rallier, get back a Zulaport Cutthroat. One of the better lines in this deck, I think. Hope to draw a basic swamp or something like that. But yeah, honey, their own. Does that change things? Probably not. Probably not. Back old Cutthroat. Start jamming in. It's often really weird, I think, when you get rid of your Gideon like that. Because just making knights for days seems really good too. But I think in this deck you do it more often than in a lot of other decks. Just because we're kind of a go-wide strategy. Yep, and that's fine. Drain ya. We got more coming after that. Although, there your honey's growing, so that's a thing. Need to deal with that at some point. Uh-oh. Oh, they got a Zulaport Cutthroat. I'll just get that back. Unless they have another one. Get in there with everyone. Opponent has to block the Blister Pod and go to 1 likely. And then post board we have the win. Because we Renegade Rallier back a Cutthroat. And then sack the Scion. Pow. Xaxes. Alright, cool. That's 3 and 1. I think we'll go one more. I'd like to play against Marty vehicles. But we'll count it. I'll see you back here for the next round.